So, I've been talking to this guy. Well, I've been talking to this guy for at least about a couple of days, and I met him through my cousin and her boyfriend. But the thing is that he's he's really nice. It's really cool. I can see that we're incompatible in some places, but overall, he seems pretty generous and kind. Rushed a little, tried to rush the hand holding and stuff a bit on the first date, but overall, he seems pretty decent to me. But the thing is that his hygiene isn't up to par, and I don't know how to tell him, but I feel like I shouldn't, and I feel like it's kind of like not my responsibility because my cousin and her boyfriend. So what happened was that after the first date, we didn't go on a second one, but after the first date, I pretty much asked like does he wear those same clothes, because I seen them in it last time. And two, I seen them in it, like, you know what I'm saying, I seen them in the outfit like a couple of times, but I only met him, I say like three. I only seen them 3 times through my cousin and her boyfriend. And I asked that question because I seen the outfit a lot more, you know, on like at least this third time that I seen him. And she was like, I also talked about, basically like how his hygiene was at the bar. Um, and she was saying like, oh yeah, me and Vontae was in a, me and me and V was in the car and we smelt something, and so forth. And his job, and basically my boyfriend's job, the boss was saying that his hygiene wasn't up to par. So it got me wondering, not only like did y'all know, but it's just like y'all gonna go ahead and, like, in a sense, kind of like wait until I ask about it. I don't know. I feel some type of way because I feel like I'm in this weird position where either way, if I don't want to carry on with this for whatever reason, it's gonna put me in it's gonna put me in as the asshole, you know. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't like it because it's like it kind of puts all the weight on me and the pressure, because not only not only I seem to be in a position where, because they're a friends group, and when you date within a friends group, if it goes good, it goes well, but if it doesn't work out, it goes awkward. And that's the first one. And the second one is, it's like they knew him longer than I did. So if that's your friend, if that's your boyfriend's friend, why didn't he say anything? Especially if he's gonna, like, date somebody, right? it's kind of pissing me off because it's just like I'm starting to feel like it's always something with them and the people like around them. Like I don't get it. I kind of just want to like break things off you know, before like an actual emotional bond happens, because it's a weird place to be in, and I don't want to be the one to tell him either, because for one, I feel like I didn't know him that long. I just found this out. You know what I'm saying? When I got into the Uber with him, when we were on our way to the beach, it was like sort of like a double date, but it was sort of like that. But my cousins, like other friends, came too, so that was that. Um, it's like the red flags that already like is already there, right? But you know what I'm saying? I have so many reasons to break it off, you know. But I don't know how to explain it. Um, I just kind of feel like either way is putting me in this position of being an asshole. And if I say something, especially about that one, the hygiene, then I gotta wonder how he's gonna take that. And then two, I gotta, I feel like it's gonna open up a can of worms in my cousin's relationship as well. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what, if I was to tell him, if I was to tell him that, of course I'm not gonna make it seem like I'm the only one that said it, you know. And I'm gonna say, like, you know what I'm saying, I think you need to consider your friendship with my cousin's boyfriend, because, you know, as a friend he should have like told you, even though it's, in a way that's not as harsh or something, but it'll tell you that, hey, like, you're pretty rank. You know what I'm saying? Just, it's just, like, it's a really nasty situation. And, like, you know what I'm saying? I kind of, like, learned my lesson in that sense. I feel like I'm going to just kind of cool off hanging around them, because it's just, like, I don't know, the things they do is kind of, like, backwards. And you know how, like, stoners be, just, they don't think sometimes. Just anybody that got some weed, they friends with, you know. And when I told her, she was like, well, you can just get, you know what I'm saying, get, at least, you get some food or some money. And, just in the back of my head, I'm just like, I don't even care about that. I care some more about the fact that, like, you know, I care some more about the fact that both of y'all didn't say anything, and then knew that he was gonna, like, and then knew he was gonna talk to me. Now, what am I supposed to do? I hate the fact that, I hate the fact that he's a pretty cool person. And also, it kind of makes me look at them, kind of weird, because it's like, I don't know. It's just like y'all supposed to be friends, and you're not telling him like the truth. Y'all not telling them the truth. It's just crazy to me, like, for real. I don't know what else to think about it, but it's just like y'all letting him sit around y'all, you know, like that. And I guess it's cool because, he's smoking he's smoking his weed with y'all. I don't know how to feel about that. But all I know is I don't like the situation that it put me in. And if they think I'm finna do it, I'm not. Because it's not my responsibility. I only knew him for like 3 days. But y'all kind of give me some advice on how I should handle the situation. But um, the red flags that I was explaining earlier was kind of like, he kind of didn't have initiative in a sense. Like, okay, he asked me out, but he asked me out. But so before we were talking about uh before he was talking about, basically where to go. He he basically wanted to bring my cousin and her boyfriend. Okay. So on a day that we were supposed to go, um, he lost his phone. So the next day, he he found it. The next day he found it, and it took him a while to pretty much pick up where we left off. And then asked me what did I wanted to do. Red flag to me, because like red flag, you know what I'm saying, in a sense, because it's like, and then you wanted you he was basically saying like, well, Vontae finna do that. He was basically saying my cousin boyfriend was doing this and do that and doing that, so we can go and do this and do that. And I say this is this I heard this like, the second time, and I'm like, do you know what you want to do? Why are you waiting on your friend to decide if we can go somewhere on a day that we're supposed to be having a date? Okay. So that was the day we went to the beach. And then afterwards, he said, you want to go to the movies? Okay, cool. So as the movies was playing, we were joking about something, and he was like basically like suggesting a kiss, another one. And then I said it was cold, and he was like, oh well, you can come over here and cuddle with me. And like on those first days, it's like, I don't know about that, that cuddling shit, but he gave me his jacket instead. But that's when I found out he had like, that's why I kind of got the sense of his bad hygiene. The first time I thought it was like, the first time, because the second time is when I found out who it was. Right. The first time, okay, we was in an Uber, and And I thought that smell was the car or was the driver. But then, you know what I'm saying, when we went to the movies, I got his jacket and I'm like, I smelled the same thing that I smelled that car. So I found out it was him that, had the bad hygiene. Okay, so basically him just like trying to get too close to me on a first date was kind of like iffy to me. And then not only that, I kind of feel like since we're in a circle, since we're in a friend circle, but I don't consider him as my friend. I didn't consider him as my friend. Um, you know, how somebody else, joins the group and you just like, you just be polite to him. That was me, you know. And I guess he was like, "Oh, didn't you notice me?" And I'm like, "No, I didn't, because like you was just a person there to me because I didn't know you." So it's like when you don't really know somebody, you're not really checking for them like that. So I said that, you know. And I just feel like it kind of feels like it puts like pressure. I feel like he's putting like a lot of pressure on me to have the same interest as he does in me. Right. I don't like that. But there was like 3 or 4 red flags, and yeah, it's like 3 or 4 red flags. And I also kind of feel like, you know what I'm saying, when people, when they do that, I just kind of feel like it's out of like loneliness, because there is I don't know, no other reason as to why he likes me, because I barely spoke to him during those 2 or 3 times. During those I think 2 times that I met him, I didn't speak to him. I didn't talk to him. So it's kind of like a mystery as to like how does that happen? How does that happen for you? You know. Um but I kind of really just see it as, I feel like, because in some sort of way I feel like men, they compete with each other. So I guess I kind of, let me know, because what I'm saying, sometimes I be looking deep into stuff, but sometimes when it's like, I feel like, bro, it's sometimes when I do overthink, I low-key be right. Hear me out. But I can see that he's probably, since they known him for 2 years, I'm pretty sure that he's probably was the third wheel, you know. So I guess when there's like a third girl there, I guess they try to cling on to whatever it is just so they don't be alone or feel alone, you know. That's how I kind of see it as well. And I don't want to be subjected to that. Yes, well, I do may believe that people can genuinely like you, but at the same time, I'm just looking at everything around me, and I'm also like putting like 2 and 2 together in a sense. And all of it is just telling me that, it's dead. It's over with. It's not going to work out. But see you guys.